Question comes on the, excuse me, the adoption of the amendment. Chair recognizes Mr. Roy of Franklin.
Well, thank you, Mr. Speaker. That's a very tough act to follow, but I'll see what I can do. Mr. Speaker, I rise in support of Consolidated Amendment F, and I want to begin by thanking the gentleman from Boston, the gentlelady from Gloucester, and the House Ways and Means staff for their tremendous work on this budget during challenging times and for the significant funding of our environmental and energy agencies. I also want to thank you, Mr. Speaker, for your unwavering, long-standing support of this Commonwealth's clean energy future, and I would be remiss to not mention the talented and dedicated staff in your office. The investments we make here today reaffirm that the House is committed to a net-zero Commonwealth and a sustainable and living planet for future generations. We continue our robust funding for our environmental and energy agencies, and I'm proud to say that our budget directs $514 million to the EEA Secretariat and its agencies and departments, which is a $16.1 million increase above FY24 and a $1.2 million increase above the Governor's H2. The consolidated amendment before you today adds an additional $6.1 million in local environmental causes, food security programs, and other statewide conservation efforts. Of special note is the House's robust investment of $30 million to support the important work that the Massachusetts Clean Energy Center is doing to grow our clean energy economy, develop the workforce that will power the clean energy transition in the Commonwealth, and make Massachusetts a leader in the burgeoning climate tech industry. It capitalizes on our strong innovation economy and expands economic development opportunities across the state to help us meet the moment as we decarbonize across multiple sectors. And it builds off the previous $30 million commitment that we made in the FY24 budget to Mass CEC. This budget also provides $10.3 million for climate adaptation and resilience, $9.9 million for EEA to coordinate and implement strategies for critical climate change adaptation and preparedness efforts in the communities across the Commonwealth. It adds $35 million for MBTA resilient rides to address capital needs in that department, and $8.8 million for EEA to support the continued rollout and implementation of a statewide environmental justice strategy. In addition, we build on the $50 million committed to the Green School Works that was made in last year's budget by adding $10 million in continued support for our program to decarbonize and increase efficiency in our schools through green energy projects. The budget also includes $260 million for the federally funded Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program, $13 million for the weatherization assistance for low-income persons. And building off this body's work in the 2021 Climate Bill, when we enshrined environmental justice provisions into law, we also create a new environmental justice fund for remediation projects in disadvantaged communities that will help restore natural resources and mitigate pollution in our most vulnerable communities. As you all know, work on climate is never done, and meeting the moment of the energy transition is an all-hands-on-deck operation. The House's continued strong commitments provide us with the tools we need to achieve our state's bold goals and ensure the state will be able to safeguard a greener tomorrow for future generations. And for all those reasons, I urge a yes vote on the consolidated amendment. Thank you.
Chair recognizes